Daniel Brooks was known for one strange habit. He wore the same old brown jacket every day. Summer, winter, rain. It didn't matter. People often laughed. "Bro, don't you have other clothes?" His friends joked. Daniel would just smile and say, "This one is special." But no one really understood why. A normal life, almost. Daniel was 18, finishing high school in a small town in Texas. He was smart, quiet, and always kind, but he didn't talk much about his family. He lived alone in a small apartment. People assumed he liked being independent, but the truth was he didn't have anyone left. The past he never shared. Years ago, Daniel lived with his mother, Emily Brooks. She worked 2 jobs just to give him a better life. Even when she was tired, she always smiled. "Daniel, you're going to do something big one day," she used to say. Daniel believed her because she believed in him. The gift. One winter evening, when Daniel was just 12, Emily came home holding a small bag. "I got something for you," she said, smiling. Daniel opened it. Inside was a brown jacket. It wasn't expensive. In fact, it looked a little old. But Emily said, "I saw this and thought of you." Daniel wore it immediately. "It's perfect, Mom." That night, for the first time, he slept with the jacket beside him. The hard days. Life wasn't easy. Some days, there wasn't enough food. Some nights, the electricity would go out. But Emily always made sure Daniel felt safe. Whenever he felt scared, she would wrap him in that same jacket and say, "As long as you have this, you're strong." The day everything changed. One night, Emily didn't come home. Daniel waited. Hours passed. The clock kept ticking. Finally, there was a knock on the door. 2 men stood outside. Their faces were serious. That was the night Daniel lost everything. The jacket became home. After that day, Daniel never took off the jacket. It wasn't just clothing anymore. It was a memory, a hug, a voice that said, "You're strong." Whenever life felt too heavy, he held onto it. The present. Years later, Daniel was still wearing the same jacket. It had faded. The fabric was worn out, but he never replaced it. One day at school, a girl named Sophia noticed. "Why do you always wear that?" she asked gently. Daniel hesitated. "It's nothing." But Sophia didn't believe that. The truth comes out. One evening, Sophia saw Daniel sitting alone on a bench. "You can tell me," she said. Daniel stayed silent for a long time. Then finally, "It was my mom's last gift." Sophia didn't say anything. She just sat beside him. Sometimes, silence understands more than words. A small tear, for the first time in years. Daniel cried. "I feel like if I take it off, I'll lose her completely." Sophia looked at him and said softly, "You won't. She's not in the jacket. She's in you." The chain. Those words stayed with Daniel. Days passed. Weeks passed. One morning, Daniel stood in front of the mirror. He held the jacket in his hands. For the first time, he slowly took it off. Not because he forgot, but because he understood. Moving forward, Daniel folded the jacket carefully and placed it in a small box. Not hidden, not forgotten, but respected. That day, he walked out wearing something new, but inside, he still carried his mother's love. Years later, Daniel became a successful architect. One day, he designed a small home for children who had lost their families. On the wall of his office, there was a frame. Inside it, that same old brown jacket. Some things we hold on to are not just memories. They are the pieces of love that made us who we are.